I'm Dr. Michael Winters, Winters Wellness Chiropractic Redefined, and I'm here with Eve Connor, and we're going to talk about recovery from health problems due to mold. So Eve has had a long history of living in different houses where she's had mold, and she's had all kinds of diagnoses. So I'm going to let you take it over here, Eve, for a moment, and then I'll come back.
Okay. I think the problem started when I was a teenager in a house that we lived in Florida. And then there were several other houses that we lived in. One even had a flood in it. And I didn't realize the ramifications that living in all of these houses were taking on the toll on my health. And over 23 years ago, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome. I've had all kinds of problems with dizziness and vision problems. Terrible fatigue, was diagnosed one time with chronic exhaustion, days when I couldn't get out of bed, aches, pains, and recently we started this protocol once we found out what the underlying problems were from all of these issues that I've been treated for in different ways, but now is going in a totally different direction.
Yeah, so we'll come back to some of the things we did, but after we did these protocols, what's happened to your energy?
Well, it's incredible. I don't wake up exhausted anymore. I actually can do so much more than I've ever done. I just got back from an 8-day vacation in Europe where one day I walked 10 miles, which is incredible. And I'm just being able to have full days. I don't crash by 10 o'clock in the morning, and I just can't get over the difference in what's been happening as far as aches, pains, level of energy. Everything has just changed for the better.
And you were even worried about being able to do this trip before we did the protocol, right?
Yes, when I was told that this trip was going to happen, and I really had some hesitation about what the trip was going to look like for me, whether or not I was really going to be able to enjoy it, if I was going to slow the lady that I went with down, if we were going to be able to really get the most out of the trip. And it was better than I could have imagined. We had days where we were going 12-hour days and driving across Europe and walking 5-10 miles, up to 10 miles a day.
Yeah. So here's the story. We first saw Eve about 4 years ago, and we had ways that we helped her, but we never really kicked it in total gear because I didn't have a way to deal with the mold precisely. I knew there was mold issues when I saw her 4 years ago, but now in the last year we have a way to precisely deal with the mold issues. And what we did was we used a system of checking her called field control therapy. And rather than detail everything here, I'm going to refer you to my other video called Field Control Therapy. It already has, as we make this video today, it already has over 1,000 views on YouTube. So we did specific testing to find out exactly what organs and tissues were most stressed in her body, and then what was stressing those tissues. And it was a couple kinds of mold. One was Stachybococcus, and another one we used a treatment for a combination of molds and different funguses. With this, we gave her energetic type remedies which have a frequency that helps the body, the immune system. You just take a drop of water with this frequency on your tongue and the immune system goes, oh, I see it now and I can work on it. And then we used some other detoxification clays and so forth to absorb the toxins that her immune system was going to kick out. So the really cool thing is we now have this specific way to deal with people with mold illnesses and other toxins. And it's very, very powerful, as you can see by this testimony. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, be sure and watch the video called Field Control Therapy, and feel free to contact our office. Like our page on Facebook and get notifications, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So I want to thank you, especially Eve, for sharing your testimony today, because it's very powerful, and there's going to be somebody out there that needs help with this sort of thing. And so I thank you for doing that, and we'll help some people as a result of this.
And I thank you for helping me have a great trip to Europe.
All right, thank you.